Welcome back for video game news. Just to let you know, music in the background today has been selected a collection of music from different Nintendo 64 games. So, with that said, this is May the 22nd, 2022. Hard to believe it's already just about another week left until June. So with that said, a few deals going on right now for a current PSN sale called Extended Play. First up, Spider-Man Game of the Year Edition for $19.99. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate $14.99, which includes all the DLC obviously, which I think it's more than worth the price. Also, Assassin's Creed Valhalla $23.99. Fallout 4 for $7.99. Yakuza Remaster Collection, which is Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 for $15.99, which is not bad for 3 Yakuza games. Also, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Deluxe Edition, which includes, of course, all the DLC characters are included. For $15, I think that's definitely worth it. Also, Devil May Cry Collection for $22.49, and that includes Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3, and even the special edition or whatever of Devil May Cry 4. So you get 1 through 4 for $22.49. Pretty good deal if you ask me. Also, We Happy Few Deluxe Edition for $7.99, and that includes also the DLC as well. Also, Martha is Dead, which of course I have physical thanks to limited run, but you can get Martha's Dead Digital Deluxe Edition for $29.99. Also, the Serious Sam Collection, which includes Serious Sam 1, 2, and 3 for $14.99, which I think is worth it. If you're a big fan of old school shooters like the early Wolfenstein games, or like Quake, or obviously also old school Doom, you will actually appreciate, I think, this specific series of first-person shooters. Because they're ridiculous, stupid, over the top, and that's exactly how I think a lot of us who grew up with games like Doom and Wolfenstein, heck, as well as Quake. Though it's been quite a few years, I can honestly say, since I've played a Quake game, not since the Sega Dreamcast. Also, Darksiders Fury Collection, which is actually Darksiders 1, 2, and 3 combined, all 3 Darksiders games, for $5.99, $6. So you might as well say you're paying $2 a game for 3 games. Probably one of the best deals I've seen in quite some time on PSN sale. Also, Virtual Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown is currently on sale for $14.99, 50% off the normal price. If you didn't get it for free last year when it first launched, $15 I think is more than worth it, honestly. If you're an old school fan of classic 3D fighting games, this is definitely a must-play game. Ocarina of Time. But next up we have Nintendo All-Star Brawl. Some recent, or not Nintendo, but Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. A couple of new characters were announced DLC, but the only one that really speaks out to me is the character Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life, which is an all-time classic. Very much had a lot of jokes that went over kids' heads when it came out back in the 90s. Also, Switch sales numbers show the Switch has now surpassed the PS4 domestically here in North America anyways. Yeah, the Switch is now outsold the PS4 in the US. It has yet to outsell the PS4 in Asian regions as well as Europe. But with that said, also, Elden Ring tops Call of Duty Vanguard in less than 3 months. So congratulations from Software. Also, Prey is free. Right now, if you're a PC gamer, just letting you know, Prey is currently free on the Epic Games Store. So might want to take advantage of that. Also, Dead Space Remake gets January 2023 release date. Also, Optimus Prime, outside of normal stuff, Optimus Prime is getting a Lego set next month for June, which is kind of interesting. Also, Nintendo expects Bayonetta 3 to launch later this year. Also, the evil incarnate, that is Electronic Arts, announces new Lord of the Rings mobile RPG. Whippy. Also, Switch sales officially updated sale numbers. The Nintendo Switch has sold 107,650,000 units, which is quite impressive. Needless to say, the fact that it has already now sold like 5 million more than the Wii, which is crazy. Also, some updated sale numbers thought I'd include. Currently, the top 10 best-selling games for the Nintendo Switch. And these numbers come from Nintendo's own official website. First up, Ring Fit Adventure has sold 14 million units, which is quite impressive. Also, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu has sold now over 14.5 million units. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl has now sold over 14,650,000 units. So yeah, Pokemon dominates the list, surprise. Number 7, Super Mario Party has now sold around an estimated 17.8 million units. Or 0.80, however you want to go. But the basic thing is it has sold around 17,800,000. Also at 6, Super Mario Odyssey, which has sold around an estimated 23.5 million units, making it arguably pretty much just about the best-selling. I would say it's probably currently around like number 2 or number 3 best-selling Mario game of all time. Also, at number 5 is Pokemon Sword and Shield, which has sold around estimated 24,300,000 copies, which goes to prove Pokemon is still just popular as ever. Also, coming at number 4, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has sold now over 26.5 million units. And if you include also its sales from the Wii U, which by the way, it sold like around like 4+ million units on the Wii U. So that means that between both platforms, Breath of the Wild has sold over 30 million. Arguably probably making it the best-selling Zelda game of all time. Also, coming at number 3 is Smash Ultimate. Smash Ultimate has now sold over 28 million units, which is bonkers numbers when you really think about it. Also, Animal Crossing New Horizon has sold an absurd 38,640,000 copies. It's probably going to surpass 39 million units. which just blows my mind how that game has done so ridiculous numbers. Coming at number 1, no surprise, is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Has now sold around estimated 45,300,000 copies. Over 45 million copies, arguably making it the best-selling kart game of all time, and making it is in the top 5 best-selling Nintendo games of all time, which, mind blown. Also, quickly, a little bit of what I'm decided to call box office rewind. Looking at a few movies celebrating anniversaries, looking back at how much money they made. Quickly, first up, celebrating its 25th anniversary. The Fifth Element, which is a cult classic of the 90s. Starring, of course, Bruce Willis. When it originally came out, it did $263 million, which is not bad at the time, and it's definitely a cult classic. And there's definitely many memorable scenes, and some of them involving Chris Tucker. And in case you may not know who Chris Tucker is, he was in a series of movies called Friday, as well as, more specifically, a little something called the Rush Hour movies. Also celebrating its 20th anniversary, the original Spider-Man, which was released in 2002, which made $821 million. Still arguably one of the best films at the box office, even after all these years, still very high. And the other one celebrating its 30th anniversary, Batman Returns, which domestically, at least, it did 162 million. Unfortunately, I can't find overall solid international box office numbers. But yeah, it's hard to believe Batman Returns, the second of the 2 Batman films that, of course, the great Tim Burton would direct. Though would have a very bizarre take on Danny DeVito playing as the Penguin, which I still have very mixed feelings on that film overall. This many years later, I still prefer Batman Forever and Batman and Robin over Batman Returns. I'm sorry, just my opinion. But with that said, I'll see y'all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. Stay safe out there, and all yeah, have a special video coming soon. From the free comic book day comic, of course, Street Fighter Blanca, however you want to pronounce his name. But with that said, and also as you see down there, hard to believe, Street Fighter celebrating 35 years. But I'll see y'all again soon enough.